Back in the day, Young was a big shot on the high school football scene, making his mark first at Cathedral High School in Los Angeles, and then transferring to Modern Day High School in Santa Ana, California, for his last 2 years of gridiron glory. He kicked things up a notch in his senior year, earning some serious accolades like the Los Angeles Times Player of the Year and California's Gatorade Football Player of the Year. No big deal. Oh, and let's not forget, he also nabbed the USA Today High School Offensive Player of the Year award too. Talk about a triple threat. Throughout his high school career, Young proved to be a top-notch quarterback, throwing for a whopping 13,520 yards and 152 touchdowns. With those kinds of stats, it's no surprise he was a 5-star recruit and ranked as the nation's top quarterback prospect and second overall recruit. Originally, he had his sights set on playing ball at the University of Southern California, USC, but he eventually changed his mind and opted to play for Nick Saban at the University of Alabama. As a freshman, Young joined the 2020 Alabama Crimson Tide football team, but he started as the backup to the more seasoned junior quarterback Mac Jones. It wasn't until September 26, 2020, when Young finally got his chance to shine in the late third quarter against Missouri at Farrell Field. In that game, he showed off his skills by completing 5 out of 8 passes for a total of 54 yards, and even had a couple of rushing yards on 4 attempts. That's not too shabby for a first-year college player. But that wasn't the end of it. On November 21, Young proved he had what it takes to be a major player on the team when he threw his very first collegiate touchdown pass during a stunning 63-3 victory over Kentucky. Young ended up playing in a total of 9 games during the 2020 season, finishing with 156 passing yards and 1 touchdown. Not too bad for a freshman. Sophomore year was when Young truly stepped into the spotlight as the starting quarterback for the Crimson Tide. He made his debut on September 4, 2021, and it was an explosive start. In a game against the number 14 Miami Hurricanes, Young showed off his skills by passing for a whopping 344 yards and landing 4 touchdowns in a solid 44-13 victory. But that was just the beginning of what would be a record-breaking season for the young quarterback. On November 20, in a game against Arkansas, Young broke the Alabama school record for passing yards in a game by throwing an impressive 559 yards. The previous record holder, Scott Hunter, was surely impressed. If you are enjoying this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more football content. Let's continue. Young's outstanding performance on the field did not go unnoticed, and he went on to win the Heisman Trophy, becoming the first Alabama quarterback to ever receive the award. And that wasn't all. Young also won the AP Player of the Year, the Davey O'Brien Award, the Manning Award, the Maxwell Award, SEC Offensive Player of the Year, and was a consensus All-American. It's safe to say he had a pretty amazing season. In total, Young passed for an incredible 4,872 yards and 47 passing touchdowns, with just 7 interceptions and 3 rushing touchdowns over the course of 15 games. He led the SEC in passing yards and passing touchdowns during the 2021 season, solidifying his place as one of the best quarterbacks in college football. Young's junior year got off to a strong start, with a dominant performance against Utah State that included 195 passing yards, 5 passing touchdowns, 100 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. Although he didn't win another Heisman Trophy, he still led the Crimson Tide to an impressive 11-2 record, including a 45-20 victory over number 14 Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl. Throughout his junior year, Young continued to impress on the field, passing for 3,328 yards and landing 32 passing touchdowns with only 5 interceptions. He also contributed 185 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns in 12 games. Although he finished in 6th place in the Heisman Trophy voting, he still showed that he was one of the top quarterbacks in college football. On January 2, 2023, Young announced that he would be leaving Alabama and entering the 2023 NFL Draft, foregoing his senior year. This decision was surely bittersweet for Crimson Tide fans, as they knew they were losing an incredible talent, but they were also excited to see what Young would accomplish in the NFL. Bryce Young may be short and slender, but his arm is a cannon, and he can make plays that will leave your head spinning. Let's look at his strengths. This guy's got skills that'll make your jaw drop. When the going gets tough, he's like a magician, escaping pressure and extending plays like nobody's business. And don't even think about catching him off guard. This guy's always cool as a cucumber, no matter what's going on in the pocket. He's got a great arm, and even though he can run like the wind, he's more likely to use his legs to make a play with his arm. But when he does take off, watch out. He's a serious threat to make big gains. The best part, this dude's a natural-born leader. He's got the poise, savvy, and football IQ to take any team to the top. And if you're looking for someone to lead a last-minute drive, this guy's your man. He's a winner through and through, and his ability to improvise and make big plays is simply unparalleled. Young's arm is plenty strong enough for the NFL. We all know that having a strong arm is crucial for any quarterback looking to make it big in the NFL. And let me tell you, there's been a lot of chatter lately about some rookie quarterbacks who possess some serious cannon arms. I'm talking about CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, and Will Levis. But what about our boy Bryce Young? It seems like his arm strength hasn't been getting the hype it deserves. But fear not, my friends. After seeing him in action on Thursday, it's clear that Young's arm is plenty strong enough to make all the necessary NFL caliber throws. Sure, it might not be as jaw-droppingly huge as some of the other guys, but make no mistake, it's still a force to be reckoned with. This guy's arm is no joke, and while he might be known for his precision and ball placement, don't you dare underestimate the power of his throw. With an arm like that, Bryce Young is poised for some serious success in the NFL. Young's footwork. Footwork is the name of the game when it comes to being a top-notch quarterback in the NFL. Besides, every single quarterback in this draft could use some serious work in that department. But there's one exception to this rule: Bryce Young. This kid has got some serious skills when it comes to footwork. I'm talking next-level proficiency here, people. Sure, Young's still a work in progress and will need some time to develop his full potential. But mark my words, he's going to make an impact from day one. This young guy is technically sound and knows how to win in the big leagues. There's no denying it, folks. When it comes to footwork, Bryce Young is the real deal. As we've seen, Bryce Young is an incredible talent with a bright future ahead. Keep an eye on this young quarterback, because we have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of him in the years to come. Don't forget to let us know in the comments what you think of Bryce Young and his potential in the NFL.